Welcome back in, everyone. We are awfully proud to have the head football coach and athletic director of the University of West Alabama, Brett Gilliland, in studio, particularly at this time of year. That is very odd. Coach, thank you so much for taking time out of your day. And appropriately, we've got some of the athletic goods going on behind us there. I know it's awful.
That's the new track and soccer complex.
Yeah, that's your home right there. Let's talk UWA football right now, off to a 3-0 start. Right now, tell us what you've seen so far from your team.
Well, you know, we've had 3 home games in a row. I don't know a time we've started the season off with 3 home games in a row, so that's been nice. And we found a way to win each one of them in different fashions. So the things that I think are good takeaways are we've had some adversity we've had to overcome. We've had to win a close game. We beat Miles by a field goal there at the end. And then last week the defense stepped up and got 6 turnovers in a game that we really didn't play great in all 3 phases. But when you take away the ball 6 times and score twice on defense, you got a chance to separate it. So we've learned a lot about our team at this point. It gets into conference play now, though.
How about to say now? I think it's back-to-back on the road. West Florida, Valdosta. So I mean, you're going to learn now. I mean, this is where the rubber hits the road, right? I mean, these are old-time Gulf South Conference changed quite a bit, but these are foes you've known for a long time.
That's right, and they're both playoff teams from last year.
Yes.
And, very good programs, always are. And so we get to go to their place and play. So, like you said, we're going to find out exactly where we stand after these last 2 weeks, these next 2 weeks. But we're excited for it. We're excited to start Gulf South Conference play. That always kind of gives everybody a little more pep in their step. So we're excited to go down to Pensacola this weekend.
What do you know about West Florida? What's it going to take for the Tigers to come away with a win?
Well, it's kind of a unique situation with week 0 and some scheduling changes in D2. They're on their 2nd ball game. We're on our 4th.
Oh, wow.
So, we only have 1 game to go off of from them. Obviously, we got to see them play that opponent on film, but that only having 1 game to go off is a little different than having 3. Wow. So, we'll have a little unexpected still even going into week 4. But, we know they're going to be a well-coached team. We know they're going to be a very athletic team. And so, we got to be prepared for all phases.
Tigers going to West Florida this week, and then it's Valdosta in a couple of weeks. And really the meat of the GSC. We're visiting with head coach Brett Gilliland, wearing a couple of hats now. First year as athletic director, and, being a head football coach, that's a lot.
It gets to be time-consuming at some point. So there's definitely not any downtime anymore where there might have been a moment or 2.
Well, we're going to talk about your role as AD. We're going to ask you to stick around after the break, and we're going to talk about your role as AD and some of the things that are going on over at UWA in Livingston. But first, we're going to take a look. Welcome back in, everyone. We're glad to have Brett Gilliland, the head football coach and AD at West Alabama. We're going to switch roles now. Your new role as AD, right now, I mean, to say you would be busy would be an understatement during football season, but you have assumed the AD's role at West Alabama. Talk about that some.
I have. Well, Kent Partridge, who's longtime UWA.
Yes, hats off to Kent,
no doubt. And, he retired, and, so I stepped into that role in June. And it has been busy, obviously, but, it's something I'm really excited about because I love UWA. I'm a product of this university and more ways than one. And so, any way that I can help make sure that our athletic programs as a whole continue to help the university, but also continue to grow and develop in the right way, I'm all for it. So I will say there's been some Sunday mornings after Saturday games I've had to get up and go to a soccer match early on, and so that's been a little bit different getting set up for that, but it's been fun. It's going to be rewarding.
We look at some of the UWA back here. There haven't been too many UWA ADs. I mean, in the last 50 years or so, Dangerous D Outlaw, and then Bobby Wallace, and now Kent. I mean, you can count them on one hand, that's really. Right. So you wanted to mention rodeo.
I did. The end of September, our home rodeo event is a huge event, and our women's rodeo is 2-time national champions. They've won the national championship as a team 2 years in a row. And September 26th through the 28th in Livingston at our arena is going to be our home rodeo all 3 of those nights. So I really would encourage people to come out and watch a really good quality rodeo. It's a lot of fun. Daniel Poole, our coach, does a great job with it. It's a presentation, and I got really excited. I got to go see them win the national championship in Wyoming this summer, and it's going to be very professionally done. I would encourage people to come see it.
Got about 30 seconds with you. Academics, obviously important. You want to graduate them. obviously. But oftentimes athletics is described as the front porch of a university, right. So you got to shine. No doubt, we have to. And people will come on the front porch and they'll look in the window. If we have good athletic programs, it can get some people in that normally wouldn't. And like you said, you mentioned academics. Our academics in our athletics have been tremendous. We've had over 100 graduate last year, over a 3.0 department-wide GPA for all of our student athletes. So it's just been tremendous, and we really are doing some things to help continue that, but also help make sure our student athletes get in jobs when they start their profession after school. Wow. Well, we wish you very best. So, Tigers, hit the road next 2 weeks. I mean, you're really going to find out. West Georgia this Saturday. West Florida this Saturday. I mean, West Florida. And we're going to find out a lot about us. Yeah. But it's always great being on here. We appreciate WTOK and everything y'all do for us. Well, we've always had the great relationship. We appreciate that. And everything happened. We love UWA. We go back 100 years with a lot of them, with Dandy Don and Dee and all these folks, Willie Frazier and Art Matthews. Boy, we could get in trouble with some of these folks. Brett, thank you. Always good to see you. Best of luck. Go Tigers this weekend, and we hope you bring home a big victory. Now, to close it out here is Tori.
So what you can expect for these next couple of days, showers in the picture for this afternoon, and we've got that partial lunar eclipse tonight, as well as it being a supermoon, and then the 90s return tomorrow, and that's going to be this picture throughout the weekend. However, fall is only 5 days away, but it certainly is not going to feel like it with these temperatures, unfortunately. So we've got to celebrate somewhere, so that's why I'm bringing up this fall countdown.
Even though we'll ring it in with 90s. There was an old Al Brown, since knows what I'm talking about, Tom Stipe, who coined a phrase. You know what it is, Al? There's something about this place, and there is. University of West Alabama. We'll close you out with that. Thank you so much for tuning in. We hope you have a wonderful day as the sun returns. We'll see you again tomorrow on News 11 midday.